Are you in sync? Are you in sync? Good morning, everybody. It's time for Morning Manna. Got a word for you on this morning, connecting with the word that I preached on yesterday on our virtual family Sunday. We asked you to just chill with your family, enjoy your family, take a Sabbath with your family on yesterday. And we sent the word to you. I certainly hope you got it. I hope you digested it. We talked about divine order. I'm flowing with that today. In sync. In sync. Well, want to greet some folk and then get right into the word on this morning. You already know it's going to be the text, the talk, and the takeaway. I want to find out how many people are off today. Who is working today and who's on their way to work and who's chilling. Well, I'm chilling today and going to be chilling tomorrow, but I'm still going to be getting this word into you on this morning. So let's see. Let's wake up and talk to some folk this morning. Good morning, Elder Mobley. How are you on this morning? Pamela, how are you on this morning? Venetia, how are you on this morning? Gloria, how are you guys on this morning? What a wonderful morning it is. Pastor Leah, how are you guys doing on this morning? Hope you had a wonderful day, Sabbath, a real Sabbath with your family and watch the word. Did you watch the word yesterday? Did you get in divine order on yesterday? I hope you did. Wherever you went to church, put it in the chat area. Shout your man or woman of God out and what they preach. Good morning, Angela. How are you? North Kakalaki, all is well there, I hope. Gloria, how are you on this morning? Brenda, how are you on this morning? You said you watched. It was virtual. It was virtual family Sunday. I'll get it right in a minute. Virtual Family Sunday yesterday at New Life, and we began this whole series on divine order. Well, Mondays I typically connect that word and take it a little bit further. The text talk takeaway, first, second, or third time joining us, please let us know who you are, where you are. Share the manna right now. Don't wait till I'm finished. Share it right now so that I can get this word into you on this morning. Look here. It is going to be Matthew 6:25 through 34. We're not going to read everything, but I need you to know that that's where the pericope that we are using on this morning, Matthew 6:25 through 34, focusing in on the 32nd verse. The 32nd verse. In sync. In sync. This is what it says. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these other things will be added to you. You already know that. It's so familiar, but I need you to see this for the very first time and understand what Matthew is saying through the pen and the lips of Christ. What is he saying here? The first thing I want you to grab a hold of, more often than not, when you get anxious, it's talking about anxiety here. Anxiety. And in 5 verses, the word anxious is mentioned. Therefore, whenever you see a word repeated like that, you better pay attention to it. 5 times he uses the word anxious. Christ speaking and teaching to the disciples and all of those that are following him. And in the 25th verse, he says, you're anxious about life, the food you're going to eat, what you're going to drink. The 27th verse, he says, you're anxious about the length of your life, how long you're going to live. The 28th verse, he says that you are anxious about all the other kinds of objectives of life. The 31st verse, he says, now you are anxious about tomorrow, something you can't do anything about. And then 34th verse, he says, you're just anxious all the way around. What do you do about that? That's what he says in the first thing. When you get anxious, here's the second thing you have to do. Watch this. When you get anxious about anything, you must assess. That's the second thing. You got to assess. When I get anxious, I have to assess. Now, notice what he said. Assess what God does for nature. That's what Jesus says. He takes the parallel of nature. He says, now you are worried about what you should eat. The birds fly around and pay no attention to that, and you never seen them starve. He said, then you're worried about what you're going to wear. Then he says, have you ever paid attention to the lilies of the valley? They are more beautiful than all of Solomon's array of clothing. He says, do you ever paid attention to the days that come and go, that you can't add anything to it by worrying about it? He says, notice this. Get an assessment of how I deal with nature, how I deal with those things that are smaller than you. What he's saying is there is an order. There is an order that he's putting together. There's a divine order. And what about you? We are at the top of the food chain, just a little lower than angels. So he's saying, if you are created, and you are just a little lower than angels, then when you get anxious, assess how I operate. And here's the third thing, then align yourself. Come in divine order. Align yourself and watch me take care of your needs. That's what he says. If when you align yourself, seek me, my righteousness, all these other things will align and fall in order as well. What's your takeaway this morning? Your takeaway is this: God's got you when you get God. God's got you when you get God. Hey, the Lord be with you today. His face shine upon you, give you peace. Continue to enjoy your long holiday weekend, and stay safe. I'll see you tomorrow morning with more morning manna. God bless you. Share the manna. Don't keep it to yourself. Bye now.